Saints Panthers recap and review. Unbelievable what we have to go through. Ladies and gentlemen, where do we even start? Where do we even start? What do we say? This is rock bottom. I mean, this is the end times. This is the worst of the worst. It doesn't get any worse than this. It is sickening. I am sick. I feel like I'm going to vomit all over my chest, puke all over my shoes. I mean, it's over. Listen. There's no defending this. Dennis Allen better be fired before 4 o'clock. I tweeted it. I mean it. And that's given the time change. Okay, that's with the hour, the extra hour. It's 7 straight losses. And this, obviously, the most egregious of all the 7 losses, because this is not only against the Carolina Panthers, not only against Bryce Young, who is smaller than I am. Okay, I've got 15 pounds on Bryce Young. Not only is it against Bryce Young, who looked like John Elway in the first half, but situationally, this was one of the worst coached games I've ever seen in my entire life. Alvin Kamara had 29 carries for 155 yards rushing, and we lost the game. Why? I'll tell you why. Because we are deciding in this situation right here, here on 4th and 1, on the 46-yard line, you have a running back who has 160 yards rushing. You are 2-6. You are playing the Carolina Panthers, who cannot stop the run. You are playing the Carolina Panthers, who in this game have given up 160 yards rushing to Alvin Kamara. And you decide on 4th and 1 to get up there and take a delay of game penalty with 5 minutes left in the game with a 22-17 lead, with a 5-point lead, and you decide, let's just go ahead and punt it. Let's punt it to our defense, who has been a complete sieve for the entire season. Let's punt it to the defense, who has given up this exact situation, given it up against Philadelphia, given it up against Atlanta, and now gave it up against Carolina. Oh, and also, that defense is missing a majority of your secondary. So what's better? What do you think is the better option, Dennis? To run 1 yard with Alvin Kamara, who has 160 yards rushing, or maybe Taysom Hill, probably the best 4th and 1 option in the entire NFL, or rely on your porous-ass, horrible-ass defense with 5 minutes left in the game on the road? Dennis decides no big deal. We'll just go ahead and punt. Cool beans. What happens? The rest is history. Okay? Is that it? Is that all, James? No, that's actually not it. Situationally. How about this? How about this right here? 1st and 10 at the New Orleans 24. Okay? 30 seconds left. We have a timeout. Alvin Kamara. First of all, we decide to run it. Okay. Run the ball. Alvin runs for 10 yards. See previous thing where Alvin has 160 yards rushing, yet we're punting on 4th and 1. We decide in this situation to not call the timeout. So by the way, Carolina gets the ball to start the second half. We are up 3 at this time. So let's just say that took 10 seconds off the clock. It would be 1st and 10 at the 34 with 22 seconds left. Which you're thinking, well, I have 1 timeout. I've got 20-something seconds left. I get a couple of shots to the sideline. Call a timeout. Ball in the middle of the field. I can kick a field goal here. Dennis decides, let's not call the timeout. Then they call a dump pass to Kamara in the middle of the field. He gets to like the 50. He gets to the 49. Then they call a timeout. 2 seconds left. All right. So we're going to do a Hail Mary. Nope. Dump pass. Sweet. Thanks, Dennis, for that. Much appreciated. How about this one? The next situational mistake. We score. Well, more situational mistakes. Again, we're playing the Carolina Panthers. We are 2-6. They can't stop the run. 2nd and 4 at the 11. Derek Carr, incomplete pass. 3rd and 4. Derek Carr, incomplete pass. 29-yard field goal. Hey, I don't know. Maybe on 2nd and 4 or 3rd and 4, let's run the football. And hey, maybe on 4th and 4, let's run it, or let's go for it. Next up, how about this one? Same situation. 3rd and 4, Derek Carr, incomplete. Short to Alvin Kamara. 4th and 4, let's kick another field goal. Cool. For what? Why are we kicking these field goals early in the game against Carolina? Okay, but that's not all, folks. We score miraculously to go up 13-7. Okay, guys, quick math here. If we score, it's 12-7. You are up 5. What good is it to go up to go up 6? Why kick the extra point? It makes no sense to go up 6. Could go for 2. Then we decide it's unbelievable, man. Then we decide later in the game, we do the exact same situation. We score to go up 5. All right, same exact situation. But this time we go for 2 and we don't get it, which you know, ends up being a big deal. Oh, by the way, the 2-point conversion we decide to do is a pass deep right to Foster Moreau instead of running the football. So that's a good example of Dennis having absolutely no clue with the 2-point conversion thing. Same situation, does opposite things. If you're playing blackjack with somebody who stays on 16, then hits on 16, then he's going back and forth, it shows you he has no idea what he's doing. How about the 4th and 4? How about the 4th and 4 to end the game? 4th and 4. Oh, I know what we'll do. Let's take a deep shot to Ceddy Wilson. Cedric the Entertainer, deep. Derek, brother, we need 4 yards. My guy, we need 4 yards. We don't need 40. We just need 4. Like, this should be pretty easy, my guy. This right here, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get any worse than what you just saw.
Nice.
Sickening display. Sickening display there. Let's take a look at the box score. I might have a stroke. 25 first downs to 15 first downs. 427 yards of offense to 246. 5.8 yards per play, 4.9 yards per play. 197 yards of rushing to 80. Oh, God. +1 in the turnover battle. Plus 10 minutes in time of possession and you lose the game. This is an impossibility. You're going to see it on Twitter. You're going to see on Twitter, this is the first time in NFL history that a team has won total yards by blank, yards per play by blank, out first down by blank, won the turnover margin, had time of possession by 10 minutes and lost the game in regulation. Sidebar, this really pisses me off because I had a 4-team parlay of Ravens, Titans, Bengals, and Saints. I had 2 teasers with Saints and Bengals and Saints and Packers. All that's blown up in smoke. All that, see you later, bye-bye. All that out this window. Out this window right here. I might be out this window in a second. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, fire Dennis Allen. Get him out of my face. Get him out of here. Get him out. 7-game losing streak is out of control. The situational awareness is out of control. I've got nothing for nobody right now. Let's just take a look at the box score. Derek Carr was absolutely horrendous the entire day. He was terrible. 18 for 31, 236, and that's a bad 236. It's a bad 18 for 31. At one point, I had to double check. At one point, I had to double check and make sure he had actually completed a pass. That's how bad it was. And he had actually completed 9 passes at the time. But the play was so bad, I was like, I'm not sure if he's completed the pass yet. And lo and behold, he had. He was absolutely horrific. Alvin Kamara was amazing the entire day, just like we said he was. I hope you watched our betting video because we said bet Alvin's over, ladder Alvin's over. So that means go from his number, which was 71, to 80, over 90, over 100. We did. Cash all the way through. You could have done it all the way up to 150. They don't offer that, but it is what it is. So I hope you got in on that. Horrible. Just downright horrible. And the Panthers, you know what the worst part about this is, ladies and gentlemen? The Panthers were really bad. They were equally as bad. They were as bad. I mean, exactly what we thought the Panthers would do, they did. They sucked. They were terrible. Did it matter? No. This is coaching malpractice. This is a franchise in decline. Marshawn Lattimore better be traded within the next 48 hours. Nothing against Marshawn Lattimore, but we better be selling. We better be selling. Get anyone and everyone out of here. I don't want to watch this team anymore. I almost changed. I'm not even going to lie. I was sitting in the living room, and I almost changed. I almost put on a different shirt, but I said, you know what? This might be the last time I wear this shirt because I'm going to start watching lacrosse or something. I can't do this anymore on my Sundays. I had a 3-year-old's birthday party I had to go to this morning. I wish it would have lasted 6-7 hours. Because I wish I would have been at that party eating cake and ice cream versus watching this. I wish I would have had 40 more triangular sandwiches, triangular club sandwiches. You know which ones I'm talking about with the deli meat, the mayonnaise. I'm not even sure if it's mayonnaise, to be honest. And the triangle cut sandwiches that comes in the big plastic container. I wish I was sitting out there eating those sandwiches and I wouldn't have spent time watching this garbage right here. I had to cross the causeway back into New Orleans, all right? I had to pay the toll, $6 to enter New Orleans. I wish I would have not had my wallet on me, and they would have told me, sorry, pal, you got to be a nomad. You got to live up here. You got to be a vagabond and live on, you have to jump trains or something, or just be homeless on the North Shore. I would have rather done that than cross the causeway, enter into New Orleans, and watch this game. I wish I was still on the causeway. I wish I was walking across the causeway. I wish I would have went off the causeway instead of watching this. This team, this organization, what do I have to do? Do I have to go on a hunger strike? Do I have to chain myself to the Superdome? Do I have to chain myself to the Tom Benson statue outside and live outside of the Superdome until they fire Dennis Allen? Do I have to go on a food strike or something? What do I have to do? What do I have to do, Mickey? Dennis, there is no possible way Dennis Allen can be coaching this team in the next 30 minutes. Has he been fired by now? Someone in the comments below. Has he been fired? This is disgusting. This is despicable. 2-7, 7 straight game losing streak. You lose to Carolina on the road when you run for 155 yards. You outgained them by 200 yards, 10 minutes. This is an impossibility. It really, really is. And you know what the sickest part of this is? You know what the sickest part of the whole thing is, ladies and gentlemen? The sickest part of this is that it's not injuries. The sickest part of it is that it's not, that Carolina had some insane game where they, we muffed a punt at the 1, or that they had a pick 6, or they had a fumble return, or they had whatever. It's not that. None of that. It's straight up that we have an imbecile, Dumas, as they say in France. An absolute fool, Barnum and Bailey's favorite clown, coaching in Dennis Allen, who is deciding to kick these field goals, who is deciding to punt these punts, who is deciding to end the half the way he did, to call the timeouts, to go for 2-point conversion when he does and when he doesn't, that we have him on the sideline. I understand that Mickey said look past the results. At a certain point, ladies and gentlemen, you hit a critical mass where you can't look past the results anymore, and right now we have hit that critical mass. Right now, we have hit the critical mass where you cannot no longer look past the results. You cannot no longer look at this box score. You cannot no longer look at the time of possession and the total yards and the first downs and whatever else. You cannot do that. You cannot do that anymore. Mickey Loomis, you have to fire Dennis Allen. It is what it is. You have to save this locker room. You have to save this team. I don't care who you put in place to coach this team. I don't care about the interim. Whoever loses the election can coach the team. Whatever. That can be the prize. You get second place in the election on Tuesday. Congratulations on Sunday. We'll see you in the Dome. You're coaching the Saints. I don't care if you draw it out of a hat. I don't care if you do a randomizer. I don't care if you put a sign-up sheet in the middle of Champion Square. And first come, first serve. You can coach the team this Sunday. Don't care. Doesn't matter to me. It better not be Dennis Allen. If Mickey Loomis comes out here and he tells me or tells you that Dennis Allen is coaching this team in the next game, what can you do? What can you do? Absolutely despicable. Absolutely. I am beside myself right now. I cannot believe we just lost this game. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe what I watched. I cannot believe the 4th and 4. I cannot believe the decision to punt. I cannot believe the end of half. I cannot believe all my parlays got blown up. I cannot believe all my teasers got blown up. Why? Because of Dennis Allen. Get everyone out of here. Get everyone out. Everybody. Everyone. I mean, I got nothing. Like I said, nothing for these guys. Chase Young, see you later. Whoever else you can trade, get them out. Aging veterans, rip up the contracts, throw it away. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be covering this game more. I want to get this out quick because I know all of you are frustrated and you want to vent. So vent in the comments below. I will see you in the next video.